Ever feel like you're doing everything right, working hard, showing up every day, making decent money, but somehow it still feels like you're stuck? Like your paycheck hits, you feel good for about 5 minutes, and then suddenly you're looking at your balance like, wait, where did it all go? Relax, it's not just because you're bad with money. Okay, maybe a little, but that's not the real problem. The real problem is you might be playing the game on the wrong map. Let me explain. Imagine two people. The first one lives in a big expensive city. Everything costs a fortune, coffee is overpriced, rent is insane, even breathing feels like it has a monthly subscription. The second person lives in a country where the cost of living is way lower, great food is cheap, transportation is cheap, life is slower, but the quality of life is still solid. Now here's the twist, they both make the same income. One person is stressing every month thinking, how do I save money? The other one is thinking, where should I travel next? At that point, you've got to start questioning things. Maybe you're not the problem. Maybe your environment is. I used to believe the classic formula too. Work harder, earn more, save more, repeat. Sounds logical, right? But then I realized something that completely changed how I see money. It's not just about how much you make, it's about where you spend it. Let's talk numbers. Say you need about $3,000 a month to live in a major city. That's $36,000 a year. Using a basic 4% rule for financial independence, you'd need around $900,000 invested to sustain that lifestyle. Already sounds like a lot, right? Now let's flip it. What if you could live comfortably on $1,500 a month? That's $18,000 a year. Suddenly, you only need about $450,000 invested. Half the money. Same concept, completely different outcome. This isn't about being cheap. This is about changing the playing field. And this is where something called geographic arbitrage comes in. Simple idea, earn globally, live locally. You make money online, remote job, freelance work, business, whatever, but you live somewhere that costs way less. And the result? You're not just surviving anymore. You're actually living well and saving aggressively at the same time. Let's look at real examples. First up, Thailand. This place isn't just for vacations. It's one of the best combinations of low cost and high quality of life. You can get a modern apartment with good internet, a gym, sometimes even a pool, for around $400 to $800 a month. Compare that to a major US city where that same money might get you a tiny room with walls so thin your neighbor knows your entire life story. Food is where things get even crazier. You can easily spend $200 to $400 a month eating well, and that includes eating out regularly. In a big US city, that barely covers groceries, let alone eating out. Transportation is cheap too, maybe $30 to $60 a month depending on how much you move around. And healthcare? This is where it really stands out. In the US, one medical visit can feel like a financial emergency. In Thailand, you can get full checkups for a fraction of the price, often with high-quality service. So for roughly $1,500 to $2,000 a month, you're living a lifestyle that could easily cost double or triple in a major US city. Next, Vietnam. Think of it as Thailand, but even more affordable. Rent can be $300 to $700 for a nice apartment. Food is incredibly cheap and honestly amazing. You can eat out every day and still spend less than $300 a month. Coffee, around $1 to $2, and it's actually good. Transportation is cheap, internet is fast, and that's important because now work isn't tied to an office anymore. If you've got a laptop and Wi-Fi, you're good. In Vietnam, you could live comfortably on $1,200 to $1,800 a month. Go more frugal, and you can push that even lower. Now compare that to what $1,200 gets you in a big city, not much. Third option, Colombia. This is for people who want something closer to the US in terms of time zone and culture. Cities like Medellin have become huge digital nomad hubs. Rent for a nice place might be $500 to $900 a month. Food is affordable, coffee is great, transportation is cheap, and the weather is basically perfect year-round. And because of the time zone, it's easier to work with US clients if that's your thing. So when you zoom out, the pattern becomes obvious. In expensive cities, you might need $3,000 to $6,000 a month to live comfortably. In these countries, you can live well on $1,500 to $2,500. That difference, $1,500 to $3,000 every single month, adds up fast. Over a year, that's tens of thousands saved. Over a few years, that's life-changing. And here's what most people miss. In the right environment, your money becomes more powerful. It's not that you suddenly work harder. It's that your money works smarter. Now the big question, does that mean everyone should just pack up and leave? No, this isn't for everyone. If you've got family, responsibilities, or you genuinely love where you are, that's completely fine. But if you're someone who wants more freedom, more flexibility, and maybe even early retirement, this is an option you should seriously think about. Because honestly, playing the game on hard mode when there's an easier mode available isn't impressive. It's just exhausting. And the world has changed. Work can be remote. Businesses can be online. Opportunities aren't tied to one location anymore. You don't have to move tomorrow, but you can start preparing today. Build skills that allow remote work. Learn how to earn online. Get your finances in order. Slowly create options for yourself. Because at the end of the day, the most expensive thing in the world isn't a house or a car. It's freedom. The freedom to choose where you live, how you work, and what your life looks like. And if changing your location can get you there faster, why wouldn't you consider it? So maybe the truth is, you're not broke. You're just in the wrong map. And once you see that, it's really hard to unsee it. So I'm curious, if you had the chance, would you stay or would you move? Let me know.